There was a tier list for developers that was made, and this tier list consisted of the top 10 Roblox anime developers. Getting straight into it, this was made on Twitter by Unreal, and here's his list. Now looking straight at this, first of all, just based off what I see, I want to say I completely disagree with this list and some of the ordering on this list, and I'm not being biased, I promise. So let's get a better perspective of this so I can actually zoom into the picture. Here you have it, Top Anime Devs V2. These developers have turned the tides on the Roblox anime community with their games and pushed the boundaries of typical anime styled games on the front page. Then you have the Gamer Roblox Bros, the Gamer Robot Bros. I don't know how I said Roblox there, what the heck. And obviously these guys made Blox Fruits, which is considerably the biggest Roblox anime game on the platform, if not one of the biggest games on the Roblox platform, period. So I get them being in first place to a degree. Then you have Snake World, and I'm pretty sure he made ABA. Let's just quickly read it. Some of his most familiar games being the ABA, Dragon Ball Z Final Stand, and The Streets. Okay, that's crazy. I didn't know he made Dragon Ball Z Final Stand. Snake World is pretty influential, especially back in old school Roblox. So I'm not gonna say I agree or disagree, but we're just gonna read the rest. Whoever this guy is, anime inspired games, not like on a Roblox, brought to life when he planned the first world stream of anime games inspired by all those after it. He is well known for a bunch of games through 2010 to 2012. Along with others afterward. I don't know what this is. Dragon Ball Online Adventures, okay. Dragon Ball Sparking Meteor, NS Battlegrounds, so this is Naruto Shippuden Battlegrounds. Okay, I do remember that game. I don't remember this one, and don't remember these as well. Left Roblox after the other Naruto creators started copying his games. Okay, so maybe back in old school Roblox, I would say Naruto Shippuden Battlegrounds was pretty big. It was actually really big. I remember playing that. But I don't remember any of the other games, I won't lie to you. And then we have Vtex, shout out to that boy. Okay, so I know he made Arcane Adventures, World of Magic, and now Arcane Odyssey. Solo indie developer that doesn't work with a team. And for someone that doesn't work with a team, he has put in a lot of work. So Vtex does deserve to be high up in there in the list. Whoever this guy is, Bleach RPG, Alfrem Online, Titan Slayers, and yeah, Pokemon Reborn. I do remember Pokemon Reborn being pretty popular, but I didn't play the rest of his games. I know nothing about this guy. We got Foyu, the famous Foyu eating. First Roblox game that took visuals effects to the next level. Yes, that's true. Despite all the drama, his work is inspired by other developers to step into the VFX. Okay, alright. Yeah, no, GPO is groundbreaking. And non-biasedly, I personally think Foyu deserves to be higher on the list, because after Foyu became a wave of games that copied not only the art style, the VFX, and the Roblox animation style. There's a whole bunch of games tried to copy GPO after the wave was sent into motion. So I do not think Foyu deserves to be outside of the top 5, me personally speaking. Block Zone, I don't know what Block Zone is doing, because Anime Legends 8 out. Anime Legends 8 here, gang. Okay, too many good anime fighting simulator. Okay, Anime Fighting Simulator is pretty big, or was pretty big. I don't know how big the game is now. It's just as worth noting the new game in development, Anime Legends, which we've seen or heard nothing of since the trailer, like actually. So I don't know if we can, put them this high up on the list for something that's not even here, or something we haven't even seen. And then we have the Lima Train Bros. What game did they make? Let's find out. Lumion Legacy. Lumion Legacy is quite like, the first of its kind. Shout out to the developers of Pocket Anime. I cannot wait for that game, bro. I know y'all hear me say Pocket Anime, Pocket Anime, Pocket Anime. But if Pocket Anime isn't good, obviously these guys have nothing to do with Pocket Anime. But if Pocket Anime isn't good, I'll be so shocked, bro. I'll be so disappointed. Because Pocket Anime, man, it's just no way it could be bad, right? Just no way, bro. I'll be just as shocked as you guys if that game turns out bad. What did these guys make? Gamu, Anime Adventures. Never played it, but I know it was quite a big game. And then All-Star Tower Defense was created by Top Down Games. All-Star Tower Defense did start a wave of the tower defense genre on Roblox, so I guess I understand why they're there. Now, I'm here to make my own list, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. However, I'm not gonna make this too long, mainly because we've already been here for a while. Let's get straight into it. Now, here's my list. Everyone on this list is here subject to my opinion, and this is what I created. Now, it doesn't matter how much of a seller or how long it takes for these games to update, because if this list was based off of if developers are sellers, there'll probably only be one person up here. This is just my opinion on the top anime developers. And in first place, you see I have FOYU, and this is non-biased. I genuinely think FOYU is one of the greatest to ever do this. In my opinion, FOYU is probably one of the most talented developers on this platform. And I'm not deriding it, I swear on my life. Despite him being a seller in most aspects, despite whatever you may think of FOYU, right? Tell me he's not talented. Tell me he isn't the best to do what he did. GPO was the first anime game to do what they did with the game's art style, character style, whatever you want to call it. FOYU is the pioneer that led other developers to try replicate the game's formula in order to achieve the same levels of success that he did. Tell me what I said there is wrong. All the project games and non-project games, the grand games and the non-grand games are not spin-off, but the babies of what FOYU did. They're like FOYU's children. No offense to the other developers, you guys are your own men in every way, shape, or form, but FOYU's the first to do what he did, for sure. The pioneer. As I said, you feel what I'm saying? So you can't, whether you love or hate FOYU, don't ever discredit that man's achievement. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what I say about FOYU. I know and I respect the work he's put in. But if he sells, I'm gonna call him out for selling. Don't get it twisted. I'm still Revolveragz. Okay. Next, you see I have the Revolveragz. The Revolveragz mostly known for their game Shindo Live. This Naruto game is and has been the only good Naruto game that's still alive till this day. And the Revolveragz put in that work. As much as I don't play nor like Shinobi Life or Shindo Life now, when Shinobi Life 2 initially came out, I played that game almost every day for a month. I spent money on that game. If you look at my old videos before my YouTube even popped, you'll see Shinobi Life 2 videos. You understand? So I did play this game once upon a time, and they update the game frequently. What, they've had over 200 updates in the game's lifetime? GPO came out shortly after Shindo Life, and we're only getting about update 8. If you count the half updates, GPO's had about 9 or 10 updates compared to 200. Hey man, the Revolveragz have put in that work, and with what we're seeing from the sneaks of Revolveragz, ooh boy, these two brothers are, hey man, they got that vision, and I hope they can deliver on that too, because I'm really excited for Revolveragz. The Revolveragz, ooh, definitely up there for sure. Third place, we have Gamer Robot Bros. Now these are the main developers for Blox Fruits, and Blox Fruits is the biggest game on Roblox. Like it's the biggest game on Roblox. Do I need to say anything? Like, do I really need to say anything? It's huge. Went from averaging like 5 to 10,000 to averaging over 2 to 300k players a day. Biggest game on the platform, hands down. There's literally nothing I can really say. I may or may not like the game, but hey man, they did that. Fourth is Raguza and Archmage. Now these two, oof, I ain't gonna lie, Rogue Lineage was beautiful. Despite how toxic it is now, once upon a time, Rogue Lineage was beautiful. And even Deep Woken, these guys are creative. They make creative games. They're not just copy and pasting stuff like the rest of the, I don't want to say the rest of the developers on the platform, but these guys are so original, they're so creative. They could take something from a video game or bits and pieces from an anime and then fuse it all together to make a game. Like, look at Deep Woken. As boring as I may think Deep Woken kind of is now, not boring, I'll just say dry, it is the best game on the platform. Okay, it's the best game on the platform, hands down. It's the best game, most creative game on the platform. There's so much that can be done with it. However, Deep Woken is we're not here to speak about the specifics, but I'm here to give credit where credit is due. and Revolveragz and Archmage are two talented developers, and hey man, that's why they got 4th place. 5th, we got Revolveragz. Now, Alfie hasn't actually produced Holy War X as of yet, and he has worked on other games, but I don't care about those are irrelevant to me, right? Holy War X is the golden child, it is the cash cow, it's the green machine, and if Alfie manages to produce, to deliver on everything that he's not only showcased, talked about, but has envisioned, especially things that me and him talking about in the DMs, I ain't gonna say nothing, but Holy War X could be one of the best games coming out this year if everything goes out smoothly, everything comes smoothly, if everything's delivered that was promised. Holy War X, I can't see it failing because the game has so much to it. Again, that's just something we're gonna have to wait and see on because it's easier said than done. But I have high hopes for Alfie, I have high hopes for Holy War. That's why he's at number 5, very talented. 6th place, we have Uwab. Now, you guys are gonna be thinking, Uwab, why is Uwab here? Now, Uwab is clearly the owner, if not lead developer, basically same thing, of Project Slayers, right? As much as we clown, as much as people say Project Slayers isn't that great of a game, your generic Demon Slayer game, blah blah blah, this quote-unquote generic Demon Slayer game hasn't updated in 6 months. Managed to average 2,000 to 5,000 players consistently before they dropped their first sneak from out of hiatus. The first video they showed out of hiatus, the game went from 4K to averaging 6 to 10K. And the game still hasn't updated. Do you guys not see that? The game may have its flaws for sure, but the game can't necessarily be trash if it's bringing in the players without having to do anything. Now, just like, or similar to that of GPO, inspired from GPO in my opinion, Project Slayers is the first Demon Slayer game to take up that stylistic Roblox feel that GPO has, that grand feeling. I'm gonna call it the grand feeling because I don't really want to call it anything else and I don't know the name of it, so I'm gonna call it that grand feeling. It is the first game to take up the grand feeling in the Demon Slayer genre, and what I've noticed is usually the first games, not the ones that follow, but the first games within the genre that takes up that grand feel tend to do pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. So Project Slayers is number 6, or should I say Uwap is number 6, because Project Slayers is gonna be here to stay for a while. And the game's actually pretty good, apart from Uwap selling, because after a 6-month hiatus, we're getting update 1.5. We're not here to talk about him selling, we're here to give him credit where it's due. Now for number 7, I have Vtex. Vtex is talented. Like, no one can ever discredit this man, genuinely, despite anything. Now, I didn't play much of his other projects. The Arcane Adventure stuff, was never interested in those, like, at all. However, Arcane Odyssey? Ooh! And then when you realize Vtex is a lone, solo developer, putting out more work, if not just as, putting out just as much work, and still having the quality there as whole development studios, people that work with multiple developers at a time. Vtex, whoa, I don't know, we need to give this man his flowers. This guy has worked hard. Yes, he did kind of sell with update 1 with Arcane Odyssey because it took longer than it should have. Me personally, I don't know if anyone else feels that way. It did take longer than it should have. However, this guy works alone and he's bringing us top tier, top quality gameplay. Hey, Vtex has to be in this top 10 list. If anyone wants to argue with me, argue with your mother. For number 8, we have Snake World. I'm gonna call him Snake World because why am I saying world? Anyways, for Snake World, I don't have much to say. I don't like ABA, but ABA is the ABA game. Now, ABA stands for Anime Battle Arena, and the genre of game ABA is Anime Battle Arena. I don't know if this is the smartest marketing move I've ever seen in my life, but it really just is, right? Because every other ABA game, Anime Battle Arena game, has kind of just flunked compared to ABA, no matter how good or how hard the devs worked at it. And I forget, the only two ABA games that I will even recognize is ABA, obviously, and Anime Showdown. And you may argue with me, you may not argue with me, you may agree with me, you may not agree with me, but Anime Showdown put in that work. Arguably, I preferred that over ABA, but look at Anime Showdown and look at ABA. Genuinely, you gotta give ABA the flowers. They're the first to really did what it did, which is turn the ABA scene from actual like skilled, I don't want to say skill based because there's nothing skilled about ABA, but actual like skilled combat is the easiest way to put it. All the ABA games before that was just spamming abilities, running around with the old 2008 Roblox models and stylists. But yeah, and then ABA came out, did something different. Shout out to Infonasu because he really gave that game like a big boost and made it into, I feel like Infonasu played a huge part in ABA's success, and it is where it is now. I don't think ABA is going anywhere. It is the ABA game, and if you're creating an ABA game, I feel sorry for you because you're not gonna flourish as well as ABA because ABA is an ABA. Do you understand? It just, that's so smart. Can we have a round of applause for Snake World? Because that is so smart. Calling ABA ABA is just stealing the thunder, the shine from every other game that's ever gonna come out that's an ABA game. Let me chill out because the ABA play on is getting a bit dragged out right now, but it's really smart if you think about it. ABA is an ABA game, and every other ABA game is trash compared to ABA because it's not ABA, but it isn't ABA. What the heck? Now for 9, we have Gaming Corp, and that's what I'm gonna call it because I'm not going out my way to use my tongue to say some crazy words that I'm probably gonna mispronounce. Anyways, now Pocket Anime has the chance to be the first game of its kind on the platform, and I don't mean, oh, it's gonna be a Pokemon game, right? I mean, it actually has the chance to be the first game of its kind on the platform. The anime infused Pokemon, like doing what it does. There's no other game that's done it, and there can't really be another game that does what this game is gonna do because it's gonna feel like a clone if not a copy. So they really have the stage here, and you need to understand they have this stage because it's gonna be the only game to come out of its kind on Roblox unless this game fails and someone makes a better version of it, right? They have the stage, they have the spotlight. If they do everything right, this game cannot fail. It can, because this is Roblox and a lot of the audience really have weird taste in video games. However, I genuinely think Pocket Anime can take over the platform if they do everything right. And I mean, when I say if they do, I mean no stupid pay to win elements. I don't want to be able to buy the best legendary character for 2,000 Robux. Scrap that. The money will come if the game is good. You can have game passes for, like in the trailer you see they're able to like ride around in like a little mini ships and like a cool little cart thing to go around, traverse quicker. Like in Pokemon, you're able to run and use your bike. If you make us pay 100, 200 Robux in order to get that feature, that is fine. However, if you're making us pay Robux to get the best stuff in the game right at the gate, right out the jump, and people can have the best characters at the start, you're going to ruin the game. This game could be so big. It could have a proper PvP scene. Again, if there's no pay to win elements, the PvP scene could be really fair and really cool. You can save the Robux stuff for in-game cosmetics. Make it cosmetic only Robux things. Nothing that really enhances your gameplay except for maybe the bike equivalent, you know, having the ships to make you go around the map a little bit fast. That's about it. You know, maybe you could pay a couple Robux for an extra chance at finding a shine, you know, again, cosmetic thing, but nothing that makes one player significantly stronger than the other player. If the game comes out and does everything right, and Pocket Anime can have unlimited, I know I've spoken about this before, but unlimited potential in terms of updates. You have the whole of anime, new animes, upcoming animes, which is the same thing, old animes. There's so much content, and there's so many different animes. You feel what I'm saying? It could be animes people don't really know of. It could be animes that are really popular. Again, there's so much potential that can come with Pocket Anime. They just have to get it right. Hopefully the blueprint, the foundation is there, there and they know what they're doing with that. All they gotta do is, oh my gosh, all they gotta do is deliver, and this game will do well. Not to mention if the marketing for this game just goes correctly and gets to the outside audience, this is something, because it's gonna have a Pokemon formula that big streamers, content creators outside of Roblox can get into without struggling to know what they're doing, because the foundation is Pokemon. Everybody plays Pokemon, especially bigger content creators. Everybody has a familiarity with Pokemon, and this is the anime non-Pokemon equivalent. Everything's in their hands. I honestly think Pocket Anime could be the best to do what it does. Again, when the game comes out, it's really up to the audience, and again, you know how people on Roblox are. It's really hard for them to resonate with games that are actually good. There are games that are actually good, not getting numbers, like, honestly. But I honestly, fingers crossed, I really feel like Pocket Anime can change everything. I'm so sorry, and I know it sounds like I'm glazing because I've given over 5 to 6 minutes for this segment alone. You'd think this should be #1, but I have so much hope in this game. Forget all the anime stylistic games that have the what everyone calls quote-unquote bandit beating. This is a whole different genre of Roblox anime game. I just don't know. If they come out and they sell, I will be so angry. I will make no offense, I rock with the developers at this company, for this studio, but I will make the most heated, flame, disrespectful video you've ever seen on this channel. Do you understand? I have so much. I'm betting everything on this. I'm not actually betting anyone anything, but I'm so serious. There's no way, and I don't want to pressure the developers to you know, because you don't need to satisfy me. However, this game should not be bad, in my opinion. There's no way it is, right? I'm so sorry. Let's move on. Next, we have Block Zone, and all I really have to say for this is anime legend. What am I meant to say? Anime legends. We're not here to talk about being sellers or delays. We're not here to speak about that. We're here to speak about the game. Now, Anime Legends is probably the most hyped up anime game in existence. The trailer has like over 1.3 or 1.2 million. Is that true? Does it have 1 million? Let me check. 1.6 million. And this isn't a year ago, it's almost 2 years ago, to be honest with you. 2021. Yeah, it's almost 2 years ago now. 1.6 million. This is the most hyped up game in Roblox history. Do you not understand? This game is gonna be the biggest game ever to come out. And now I kind of understand why they delayed, went into hiatus, blah blah blah, because if the game was anything like how people were saying it was before, the game would have been mid. But all eyes is on Block Zone. I'm talking about all eyes is on Block Zone. The first piece of sneak trailer that they put out this year or maybe even next year, the first video they make, everybody on the Roblox platform and probably off of it is gonna have eyes on them. So they have to do it big. They have pressure on their necks. I don't know what's going on in the studio. We don't know how long it's gonna take. And you know what? The anime legend myths videos and memes are funny and all, but these guys have to do it big. And then if they don't, it might just ruin the reputation of the studio. Sometimes having all eyes on you can really be a bad thing. But I don't feel like this game is gonna come out and be bad. It just can't. So I have nothing to say about Block Zone other than Anime Legends. And this will always be in a top 10 or within the top of any top game. You feel what I'm saying? It just has to be there because Block Zone and Anime Legend. Anyways, that's it for the video. If you agree with my list, let me know. I made this, by the way. But yeah, no, if you agree with my list, let me know. If you don't, let me know why. And yeah, I'm sorry that the video was so long, but it needed to be long. This is that type of content. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.